Today we have a new skin tint from Makeup Revolution. I have mine in F4. We're gonna try it out, sponge on one side, brush on the other like I normally do in all my actual sit down long-term videos. I'm doing this as a short. I explained it in a community post. So without further ado, let's go ahead and give this a try. Also put in the description box a little bit of information. I've got eye makeup on, my skincare, and that is it. No type of primer and nothing else. Here it comes with a pump and it's pretty runny. As you can imagine, being a skin tint, it's gonna have that very thin, runny texture to it. This does look a little pink for my undertone. I will say the shades are quite hard, and I actually got it in store to match. The shade under this would have been way too light, and then the shade above it would have been too orange. Not necessarily too dark, but too orange. But I was definitely very curious. I have enjoyed a few products from Makeup Revolution that I've tried. So I definitely wanted to give this a try. And I also wanted, this year, one of my goals was to try more drugstore stuff. I know I did a lot of Sephora type of products last year in 2023. So a goal of mine for just personal and for this channel is to try more drugstore makeup. We also have one more drugstore product to put on top of this when we are done. So here it is, one side with the brush, and I did about, I mean, the pumps do come out a little small, so I did like 3 small pumps. I feel like that equals to about a full pump. And it being a skin tint, I'm gonna say your brush is probably gonna be your best bet. Most skin tints gives you more coverage with a brush than a sponge would, because the sponge, as everyone should know, soaks it up. But here we have it. It's definitely a lighter coverage, but it's really pretty and healthy and natural looking. It's not given a lot of coverage, but most skin tints don't. It's just supposed to make your skin look even and give you a nice healthy look. So there is that side with the brush, and then next we're gonna do the sponge. Okay, so here we have the side with the sponge. I do like it, it's really pretty. And honestly, it's a good price. I mean, especially because drugstore prices have been going up. I believe it was $19.99. Like I said, I'll leave information about it in the description box. But the only downside I would say is I do find the undertones to be quite off. The shades to be probably a little hard to find your shade. But I feel like I can make this one work, especially today with the product we're going to put on next. I think it will make it work well. It is really pretty. It gives a nice, healthy look to the skin. I feel like it definitely evens everything out. I'm going to go ahead and go over the side with the brush like I always do with my sponge, just to press it all in. I do that every time I use a brush, on or off camera, just to make sure it's pressed into your skin. You definitely want to do that. It's supposed to be a light to medium buildable coverage. So I feel like let's go ahead and put some on the forehead, and we will use a brush to see what the coverage we can get, because as you guys can see, I've got some lovely breakouts going on right now. The stress of life, you guys, the stress of life. Or it could be because I'm really been trying out some new Korean skincare. I've really gone into that. I do plan to do a shorts video and possibly even on my social media channels, sharing the ones I've been using and how I've been using them, because they're doing wonders to my skin. Like, there's a few products I think I will still continue to buy that's American made. So I think it gave a decent coverage up there. You can still see my acne spots, but it definitely isn't as bad. So now I'm just gonna press it into the skin to get it into the skin with the sponge. I definitely feel like it's buildable. But yeah, so this is more lighter coverage than this one. I feel like let's go ahead and do just a little tiny bit of pump on this side and use the brush and see how much it is buildable, because I can see I have less coverage over here, which I kind of expected as it was, because we used a sponge on that side. Like I said, most skin tints, you're gonna get less coverage when you use a sponge compared to a brush. I mean, it's usually the same way with a foundation as well. However, you just usually get less with a sponge because it soaks it up. Yeah, I find it buildable too, and it's not like pilling up. My skincare is working well with it. It's evening out my skin tone. So it's definitely doing everything it claims to do. Now we're just gonna go ahead, take that sponge. Again, I know it may seem like repetitive steps, but it really does help to press your foundation into your skin just to make sure it's all in there and it's even and cohesive. But yes, so skincare stuff, I definitely plan to do some videos on those because I've been loving the Korean skincare products I'm using. It's making my skin beautiful, but it might be making it break out as well, or it's the stress of our everyday life. All right, so here is our skin tint. Next, we're gonna go ahead and probably have to set it down. I feel like it's pretty, well, it is tacky. I would feel like if you're gonna go with powder, like a powder blush and bronzer, maybe you should set it down, but we're going in with a new cream bronzer from Milani. I'm so excited for it. I know it's not as new as this. I just haven't purchased it until recently. So we're gonna go in with that. So maybe I won't go ahead and set it with powder just because it is a cream. But if you're gonna go in with any type of powders, I would definitely set it down first. So here is the new Milani Cream Bronzer I'm so excited for. I have mine in Hey Honey 110. It's the lightest shade. And I have swatched it, and you guys, it's amazing. It is smaller than some, like the Makeup Revolution one, you definitely do get more bang for your buck. This one is $12.99. However, it looks so beautiful. Look at that. I mean, look at the pigment. It looks really nice and natural and pretty, and that's what I like in my bronzers. And I'm obsessed with cream bronzers, cream blushes. I usually do set with another powder bronzer or powder blush, but I love going in first with a cream or some type of stick. Just look how beautiful that looks. It's very natural. I think there's 3 shades, and this one is the lightest, but I think it's really pretty. It's not too orange. It's not ashy, especially for being a lighter shade. And I was waiting for Milani to do this because they have their cream blushes. Look at that, you guys. So, so pretty. And like I said, it's very pigment. So take your brush and then just go on the back of your hand to get some off because you're gonna get way too much. I barely have dipped in both times and there's a lot on the brush, but it's just a great product. I mean, look how effortlessly this is blending in. It's a great product for a beginner. So for someone like me who has teenage daughters, I feel like this would be a great product for your daughters, for yourself if you're new to makeup. I'm newish, like I've been doing it like full face, learning about makeup for probably about 3-4 years now, but I do feel like there's still lots I have to learn. So I would classify myself as moderately expertise now in it, but I still feel like there's still stuff I could learn for sure. But again, makeup is just makeup. It washes off at the end of the day. For me, it's just really fun and it's a nice stress reliever. But look at how natural that looks. The skin tint it looks good with. It just blended in really nicely. There's no pilling. The shade is really nice, not too orange, not too ashy. It looks really, really pretty. So I'm excited to try these products out more, you guys, and make sure you do watch to see my speed reviews. That will be a sit down like always where I go over my final thoughts on everything. These 2 products will be in there. I appreciate you guys' patience the last about a month now with my very lack of upload and all this stuff going on in my personal life. And I appreciate all the wonderful comments on my social media. I've got so many messages from you guys saying you hope everything's okay and you can't wait to see me back on. So thank you guys so much. I love all your love and support. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. But I hope you enjoyed this little short and you guys enjoyed these products. If you tried them, comment below and let me know what you feel about them. The Makeup Revolution is definitely new. There's other drugstore stuff I want to try out and some other high-end stuff that's coming out. Like there's 2 new concealers. One's from Laura Mercier. That's supposed to be a concealer that matches her new Flawless Weightless foundation that I'm obsessed with. So I definitely want to pick that up. But again, I'm trying to try more drugstore. And then I think it's Fenty Beauty has a new one that I want to try as well. So I think I'm going to pick those 2 up probably in the next month. And then we will come back on and do a shorts on those 2 and compare those 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you and I'll see you here soon. Bye.